All right, begin.
What's going on, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. I hope each and every one of you are happy and healthy today. That's the most important thing. Now, before we go any further, I want to ask you guys a favor. If you don't mind, go ahead and punch that like button for me and also smash that share button so we can get this channel recognized. And if you're on Instagram, go ahead and give me a follow over there at NCTubTV so that we can stay connected. Now, with all of that said, let's go ahead and get down to business, guys. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but everybody is talking about it. So it seems that Dave Chappelle was bum rushed on stage by some cat, right? I don't know what his intentions were. Nobody knows, but the dude just broke out, you know what I'm saying, rushed the stage, tackled Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle couldn't do anything with that brother, you know what I'm saying? And it just goes to show that these comedians get on stage and they say whatever they want to people, but they're not well prepared for the outcome, just in case somebody bum rushed the stage. Now, this isn't the particular case that I'm talking about because I don't believe that Dave Chappelle said anything to this guy. This was just a dude acting on his own will. Now, I am so glad, right, despite how I feel about Dave Chappelle and his comedic talent, that Dave Chappelle did not get hurt, because reportedly the guy had the ratchet. Now, I'm paraphrasing here, but I'm pretty sure you guys can figure out what I'm alluding to. Now, like I said, I don't know the motive behind this guy running up on stage to get at Dave Chappelle. I don't know if he was a fan, if he was just looking for a moment. Maybe he's a part of the LGBTQ community, because Dave did make some controversial comments in regards to the LGBTQ. So listen, nobody knows. But listen, I want to play you guys a snippet of what took place, and then I'll be right back.
Make some noise for hip hop history. Noise for hip hop history.
All right, so you guys saw that. Now, that had to be a very terrifying situation for Dave Chappelle, and his life probably just flashed in front of his face. Now, this all took place at the Netflix is a Joke Festival, and after the situation happened, Chris Rock made a joke and asked, was that Will Smith? So basically, you know, Jamie Foxx was in attendance and things of that nature, and Dave Chappelle brought Jamie Foxx back on stage and thanked him for intervening and helping out throughout the situation. So I want you guys to check this out, and I'll be right back.
Oh, now everybody comes out for the curtain call. Shout out to Jamie Foxx, by the way. Jamie, where you at? Jamie, hold up. Make some noise for Fox. Whenever you're in trouble, Jamie Foxx will show up in the sheriff's hat. Turn the mic up. I thought that was part of the show. I don't know what the I grabbed the back of his head. His hair was spongy. Absorbent.
Listen, I just want to say, man, I've had an incredible time. This man is an absolute genius. We got to make sure we protect him at all times, man. This is what it's about. For every comedian that comes out here, man, this means everything, man. You're a genius, you're a legend. I enjoyed myself thoroughly, and we're not going to let nothing happen to you.
Right.
Give it up. This is the show. Wait. I'm back there.
I've been doing this 35 years. I just stomped backstage. Always wanted to do that.
I'm back there squeezing the too.
I seen Busta Rhymes on it. It's like, that's how you do it, God. Hey, where Busta at? Busta, what's up, Busta? Where Busta at? Yo, where Busta at? Turn the lights off, turn the lights low.
Give it up one more time, Dave Chappelle.
Everybody compose yourselves. I wanted this to be a peaceful moment, and I'm sure now it is.
All right, so you heard what Dave had to say, and Dave basically said that he got his face back, that he got back with homeboy backstage, and he put his feet on him. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Dave said. We're going to roll with what Dave said. I don't know if it's true or not, but at the end of the day, I'm glad that Dave, was able to get out of the situation unscathed, because this was definitely a serious and dangerous situation that could have led to something very horrific. Now, here's the guy that went at Dave, and I want you guys to look at his arm. You know what I'm saying? Take a look at his arm. So they wasn't playing with him when they got him backstage for running up on Dave Chappelle at all. Now, let me say this. The one thing that irked my nerves about this, other than the fact that Dave could have been seriously injured on stage, is the fact that when you go to Twitter, a lot of people that don't have the same hue as me, they're blaming Will Smith for this guy running up on stage getting at Dave Chappelle. And I think that's incredibly unfair. Who's to say that this guy didn't already have his mind made up that he was going to get at Dave Chappelle at this event way before the Chris Rock and Will Smith incident took place? And you know what? Now that I think about the situation, listen, I blame Chris Rock, because after the incident took place with Dave Chappelle and that dude, right, he comes out on stage and says, yo, was that Will Smith, right? And so people who like Chris Rock, right, most of them are not the same hue as me. And trust me, I know that Chris Rock has fans within our community, but what I'm trying to say is that Chris has been cartooning for quite some time, if you catch my drift. You know what rhymes with cartooning, right? So I'm pretty sure you guys can read between the lines. And so, like I said, most of the people, his fan base, isn't the same hue as I am. And so therefore, they're going to run with this narrative that this guy that ran up on stage, to get at Dave Chappelle was inspired by the Will Smith incident. And me personally, I just don't believe that. I believe this guy acted on his own will, and he has his own reasons for why he tried to get at Dave. Now, this is the thing about the whole situation, and I'm going to be totally honest here. I think that Dave Chappelle has been talking down on marginalized communities for quite some time. And so if you're going to do that, be prepared for incidents to take place like this, right? Sometimes things come back to bite you, right? You're walking around with your head high, think that you can say everything or anything that you want to say. You have the backing from Netflix, but you have a ticked off individual or individuals over here that are waiting for the opportune time to ride on you. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, when I look at the comments on social media in regards to the situation, the LGBTQ community, they're upset that the guy who rushed the stage on Dave didn't finish the job. Now, I'm not saying that that's right, because clearly it's not, but I am saying that there's a lot of people that have a disdain towards Dave Chappelle. Now, this guy who rushed the stage, he probably is not a part of the LGBTQ community at all, and he just has his own reasons. But at the end of the day, I'm glad that Dave Chappelle was able to walk out of that arena on his own will, because guess what? Things could have went left, and we could have been saying #RIP Dave Chappelle, right? But anyway, I'm gonna let this go right here. I want you guys to drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about this particular situation. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time, peace.